Hi, this is Bree King, and this is my Capstone 2. The threat is the sea ice is melting in the Arctic at alarming rates. This is dangerous because not only will sea levels rise, but the permafrost is also melting, which is letting out methane and carbon dioxide, creating a positive feedback mechanism which will further raise the Earth's temperature. A place that is vulnerable to this is Seward, Alaska. Taylor et al. States with a high confidence that it is human activities that have caused sea ice loss, glacier mass loss, Arctic surface temperature warming, and snow extent decline in the northern hemisphere. The melting of the sea ice and glaciers is going to change the salinity of the oceans, the sea level is going to rise, and the carbon cycle is going to be affected. Also, the snow and ice have high albedos which reflect the insolation back to space, and no ice means the Earth getting the energy directly. This causes the upper ocean layer to warm up slightly, which then delays the freeze up of the ice in the fall. The article also mentions how the warming of the Arctic would have been higher but has been offset by the aerosols in the atmosphere. Taylor et al. The thickness and volume of the sea ice in the Arctic have both declined greatly. The mean thickness decreased from 4.5 to 7.5 feet from 1980 to 2008. The sea ice melt season has also increased multiple days a decade from 1979. Communities like Seward and their fisheries are going to begin noticing differences because of the ocean acidification that is occurring, which means less fish caught, less to ship inland for profit, as well as food for themselves, and either increased prices or no fish available. Especially in Alaska, this would be a swift downfall as they rely on fish heavily and produce 60% of the U.S.'s commercial fisheries, Kaposi. If there are settlements close to the shores, this would become a problem since the sea levels are rising because of the melting of the glaciers and sea ice. There are no solutions presented, but the main one would be to keep the rising temperature under the 2 degrees Celsius mark. They could also create inland fish farms in streams or lakes to avoid having to deal with the ocean acidification problem and still be able to provide the fish.